All right, Big Willie here of the score and the kickoff. Now, Harambee Stars have done it. They have shocked the footballing world and the African continent by beating Morocco 1-0 at a sold-out Moi International Sports Center at Kasarani on Sunday. So, Harambee Stars, top of the group, 2 wins out of 3, 7 points. Angola second on 4. Then you've got Congo and Morocco on 3 points. But what were the keys to victory in this game, where many had expected a humiliation for the home team, for Harambee Stars, against a Morocco team which had not lost a group stage match at Chan since inception in 2009. Morocco, of course, as you know, are ranked 12th in the world. They were in the World Cup semi-finals in 2022 in Qatar. They are the team to beat in this tournament. But what are the keys to victory? Let's go back to 1 hour before kickoff. When the team lineups were announced, Benny McCarthy had made 6 changes, and that is when you could sense that the fans were in a very ampalipitous mood, or a very cautious mood, because there was going to be no Abud Omar, who's the captain, no Austin Odhiambo, no Sylvester Owino. Literally 6 new faces were coming into this team to play the game. But if you listen to Benny McCarthy's comments after the game, he said from his observations on Friday and Saturday, he could tell that the Harambee Stars players were tired. The first 11, as you could call them, having played the game against Angola on Thursday. Remember, Morocco had just had played the opening game on Sunday a week ago, and were fresh. They were relaxed. They were ready for this game. Their mindset was that if we can mark Austin Odhiambo and Abud Omar and the big names like in this team, we can win this game. But Benny McCarthy rolled the dice. He made some bold calls, some big calls, and it literally paid off. Now, looking at that team, Louis Bandi started as a right back in place of Alphonse Omija. Sirat Mohamed, he came in for the captain, Abud Omar. Then you had Michael Kibwage and Sylvester Owino as a centre-back pairing. Then Ben Stanley had very big shoes to fill in for the decorated Austin Odhiambo in midfield. And then you had the likes of Chris Harambee, who I'll mention later in this broadcast. He came in for Nyango. Now, the game started on a very tentative note. You could tell that Harambee Stars had a tactical plan. The tactical discipline worked, because we didn't see so many chances which the Moroccan team had created. Of course, you know that the Arab teams from North Africa like to play on the front foot, very quick on the wings, bringing in crosses for the strikers to score. Well, it didn't work. Yes, we all know that Morocco had 75% of the possession, but it was, for me, very sterile possession. I didn't see any shots on target. I didn't see any big opportunities that they had in our box. It was a very cagey game, very tentative. Then, of course, the big moment, it came before halftime, when Ryan Ogam took the ball on his left, 2 steps, banged that ball inside, and 1-0. But just before we went for the interval, for the second time in succession, Harambee Stars played with a man less, with 10 men for 45 minutes. Remember, in the Angola game, Marvin Abuye was sent off, and it made us play the game for almost 75 minutes with 10 men. Luckily, we got a point. Now in this game, the man who came on as one of the replacements, Chris Harambee, with a studs-up challenge on a Moroccan player, a very bad foul, a very nasty foul, and there was not going to be any way he was going to stay on the pitch. He was red-carded. He misses our final game against Zambia. On to the second half, which I thought Harambee Stars were tactically disciplined, tactically astute. They were literally playing with, I think, a 5-4-1 formation. You could sense that there was 2 banks of, I think the first bank had 1 player, then the second bank had 5 players. So we defended. Morocco, I thought, had the better chances in the second half in terms of the big chances in the box, but they couldn't beat our keeper. I thought our keeper, Mr. Brian Omondi, had a superb game. He controlled his area very well. He controlled our defenders very well. His reading of the game was fantastic. And the Moroccans kept on piling pressure after pressure, and they couldn't get a breakthrough. And this credit has to go off to Benny McCarthy. The tactical masterclass and the discipline. First, to make 6 changes. Because in your mind, you're thinking the Moroccans knew that they were coming to deal with the likes of Abud Omar, Austin Odhiambo, Masoud Juma, ABC and D. Now, to bring in 6 new faces confused, the North Africans. They didn't know who to mark, who to contain, who to look after. So, Benny McCarthy got his tactics spot on. He was fantastic to the last minute. And that puts Harambee Stars in a very strong position in this group. Our final game is against Zambia. Now, Zambia already have lost their first 2 games of this competition, losing 2-0 to the DRC. And then on the same day, we were beating Morocco. They led for almost a huge chunk of that game against Angola, but they lost 2-1. So even if they're to win the final 2 games, it'll take them to 6 points. So that was all for Harambee Stars. They made the country proud on Sunday. They are of course, more money is coming into their bank account after that win. I think right now they are at 2.5 million shillings richer, and more accolades and more money will come from the government and the president. But a fantastic performance. The tactical discipline which I saw from Benny McCarthy was superb. But congratulations to the Harambee Stars. They have arguably caused the biggest upset of this CHAN event, and of course, the sky is the limit for them as we await to play Zambia on Sunday at the same venue, the Moi International Sports Center at Kasarani.